How you doing? It's Khoa here. In this video, I just want to talk about, I've just been reflecting a lot about Ray Dalio's Principles book, and the chapter that was really interesting was Embrace Change by dealing with reality. And what he talks about in this chapter is that the solid foundation of progress is the truth. So you need to get the truth in order to come up with a solution. So for example, I always fall for the mistake where I make a lot of assumptions. I tend to judge too much. So, for example, if something has occurred and I don't have all the information, I just make assumptions. So I might think that someone did this because of X, Y, Z, or they did this to me because of they don't like me because of what I did in the past, or whatever. I come up with all these little assumptions, and sometimes I could be right. To be honest, sometimes I could be right, but then sometimes, of course, I'm wrong. And for example, and what really made me realize this was over the past, I think it was the past few weeks, I had a lot of issues in terms of getting the COVID disaster payments. So the government is giving out these payments to people who's been affected by COVID, and I've been affected as well. Anyway, I submitted my application, and then I didn't hear back from the government or anything. And then I tried calling them up, and then they said that my account was suspended, and I automatically thought that, okay, they don't like me because of my particular assets. I've got too much in cash or too much in assets, and therefore I can't claim these payments, whatever it is. And I was getting really angry. And then this went on for weeks, but then finally I got an email saying that my application was approved and everything was okay. And then I called them up, and I was able to get through this time. My account wasn't suspended. So anyway, the long story short is that I was completely wrong. I thought that the government was out for me, or they disapproved me because of whatever it is, but I was completely wrong. And that made me think that I tend to assume too much, or I tend to judge too much, and therefore I wasn't dealing with the truth. So the big lesson there was that I was dealing with the untruth. So my thoughts about the government not liking my particular financial statement or my particular situation is that was completely false, right? But if I knew the truth from that point, then I could have planned ahead. So I think that that was a huge revelation for me, is that I realized that before I jump to conclusions, before I judge something or assume something, I need to really, really find out the truth first. So you need to really go out there, seek the truth. Once you've got the clear truth, then you can come up with a solution or a better way forward. There's another truth that I've always been playing around with, is that the truth of death. So the truth is that we will all die. Like that is the utter truth, 100% truth. There's no one lying or anything about that. Everyone does die, but then and you go through a bit of pain, right, to realize that everyone dies, and that's a bit painful to accept. But once you accept that, then that truth will somehow transform your life for the better. So for example, now I know that I will definitely die in the future. I don't know when, but it will happen to me. And it's painful, it's going to happen one day, and I could be life too short, blah, blah, blah. But now I've gotten over it. Now it's like, okay, what else can I do to make the most of my life? What can I do now? If I'm going after this job, or if I'm going after this business, or whatever it is, and I don't like this, with this, since I know that I'm going to die, then I'm not going to waste time with this particular thing. And then that's okay. Then you make progress. So I think that so I did a lot of reflecting on Ray Dalio's chapter on principles on embracing change and dealing with the other truth. And I think it's a really powerful concept to really try and grasp and to implement into your life. I'll let you guys know how I go in the next 30 days and so forth. But yeah, it's pretty good. I just finished a meeting at the moment. It was just a meeting with someone based in Buenos Aires, and as I was talking to this guy had a really serious face. He was not talkative. He was not really warm and friendly and so forth. And normally I don't want to judge this person, but I normally would judge. But I'm trying to figure out the truth. What is the truth behind this guy's face? Does this guy not like me or something, or what is it else? And then if I go into, I didn't get the answer, but I'm pretty sure that if I were to go deep into this person, I'll find out there's probably something else. There's another truth to it. He could be going through a rough divorce, right, or rough time at work, or it could be, something happened to him on the way to work, or he's dealing with COVID as well. Anything could happen. So I think that once I find out the truth from the reason why this guy seems so angry and hostile towards me, then that way you can find that. Then that way I can adjust my perception of towards this whole particular situation. So that's my insight from Ray Dalio's book, Principles. Be sure to check it out. There's a lot more great wisdom and gems in this particular book. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you guys next one. Cheers.